Is Y a vowel? I'm sure many of you grew up hearing that the vowels of English were A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Why is it relegated to this quasi-vowel status? This is actually a relatively complicated question that brings up the basic yet complex question of what is a vowel? This video is partially in response to some tweets made by Knowing Better, in which he jokingly claims that Y is always a vowel and that he is willing to fight on this, so let's enter the linguistics ring. Firstly, I need to state that A, E, I, O, U are, in the most technical pedantic sense, not vowels. They are orthographic representations of vowel phones. Received pronunciation English has 20 phonemic vowels, General American has 19, and if we want to talk about non-phonemic vowels, you technically never produce the same exact vowel twice. So what sounds does the glyph Y represent? Well, in the International Phonetic Alphabet, it represents the high front rounded vowel U, which is a vowel. So yeah, Y is always a vowel if we're talking about the IPA, but we're not. The question is the letter Y an orthographic vowel, meaning it represents vowels? Well, it always represents a vowel in Finnish, Polish, Afrikaans, Vietnamese, and many more languages. In Turkish, it always represents the palatal approximant, which, just give me a minute, I'm going to get there. Sometimes in Spanish, it represents a voiced palatal fricative g, which is the most consonanty it gets. Y has 4 uses in English. Often, it represents the diphthong, that's the glide of 2 vowels in one syllable, I, the low front unrounded vowel a, to the near-high near-front unrounded vowel I, such as in buy, why, cry, etc. At the end of words after a consonant or the letter E, it's pronounced as the high front unrounded vowel E, such as in quimby, monkey, and happy. Before consonants, it's pronounced as the near-high near-front unrounded vowel I, such as in Lyndon B. Johnson. Those are all vowel realizations of an orthographic vowel. But before other vowels, it's realized as the voiced palatal approximant, y, the same sound it represents in Turkish and Japanese romanizations. Examples are yellow, yelp, yik yak, etc. The voiced palatal approximant is in the pulmonic consonant section of the IPA. It's a consonant. This is basically the main reason Y isn't always considered to be a vowel, because it has a consonant realization. And that's the case solved, if we ignore the fact that it's actually a semi-vowel. Semi-vowels. They're not vowels. They're basically vowels, but not. It's complicated, like in-laws. I suppose it would be easier to first define what a consonant is. Consonants are speech sounds with a complete or partial closure of the vocal tract, pa, sa, la, etc. If you're playing along at home, make the sounds e, a, and pay special attention to where your tongue is. You can round your lips and still make a vowel. Crucially, vowels are frictionless, continuant, and oral, which means they use your mouth. Now, make the voiced palatal approximant y and pay attention to where your tongue is. It doesn't touch anything. Semi-vowels are also frictionless, continuant, and oral. In fact, in most languages, they're phonetically equivalent to vowels. So the palatal approximant y is equivalent to the high front unrounded vowel e. The labial palatal approximant w is equivalent to the high front rounded vowel u. The velar approximant l, I'm not good at that one, is equivalent to the high back unrounded vowel u. The labial velar approximant w is equivalent to the high back rounded vowel u, and the pharyngeal approximant, which I'm not even going to attempt, is equivalent to the low back unrounded vowel a. So yeah, semi-vowels are basically vowels. Y is phonetically a vowel, which means Y is an orthographic vowel. But of course, they're called semi-vowels for a reason. Semi-vowels differ in that they do not form the nucleus of a syllable and are restricted to the onset. A semi-vowel in the code of a syllable, as far as I know, always is just the equivalent vowel. You can transcribe pi either of these ways. To show this onset restriction, I want you to play along at home. Make the vowel E, and now U, E-U, and speed it up. E-U, 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 U, U. This is actually 2 vowels in hiatus merging into one syllable, with the first becoming a semi-vowel. Semi-vowels are typically shorter than vowels and they're non-syllabic. We can further prove this by attempting to produce a semi-vowel without a falling vowel. You can't. Vowels are, by definition, syllabic. They always appear in the nucleus of a syllable. Knowing this, I want to talk about this follow-up tweet by Knowing Better, in which he talks about the vowels of Russian. Russian has 10 vowel letters, with the addition of a character for the palatal approximant, which is almost exclusively used in diphthongs because, again, phonetically equivalent. Those 10 vowel letters are split into hard and soft vowels. The soft vowels are used to show that the preceding consonant is palatalized, or 4 of them can be used at the start of words, in which case they represent the sequence of a palatal approximant followed by a vowel. Ya, ye, yo, yu. The Y lead-in, as KB states, does not make the Y in the romanization a vowel. The nucleus, and thus the vowel of these syllables, is the A, E, O, and U. These are syllabic glyphs. Wait, does that mean the Russian alphabet is a Moravic syllabary? I also just want to state, Knowing Better uses the letter Y in the romanization because we as English speakers are used to using the letter Y at the start of words to represent the palatal approximant. We use Y in non-vowel contexts enough to apply in the transliteration of non-vowels in other languages. That's kind of consonanty to me. So, is Y a vowel? I guess you can decide for yourself. Thanks to Knowing Better for letting me break down his tweets. And of course, a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters who, support the channel. So thank you to John Costello, Andrew R., Benny, Albert Jones, Acorn, Agmashwa, Cactus, Eden, Obfuscable, Pirate, The Wub, Ayu, Elijah, Stein G, and Babalingua. Oh, also everything I said about Y in this video applies to W.